This is the new iPhone 15 Pro Max and this is the Galaxy S23 Ultra. There are some major changes we can see between these two devices, but don't get surprised if I say you don't need to update if you have these reasons. The display on iPhone 15 Pro Max is one of the best so far from Apple. Well, technically, it looks like iPhone 14 Pro Max, but the bezels are smaller, which looks amazing on iPhone 15 Pro Max. But looking at the Galaxy S23 Ultra, it also looks really good. But the side bezels on S23 Ultra are even smaller with the curved edges, although it should come with the symmetrical bezels. Apple is out with the same display technology as last year and we're going to see the same 2000 nits of peak brightness, which is still more than the Galaxy S23 Ultra 1750 nits. So if you like thinner bezels, I would suggest you to go for iPhone because those looks really small. But that didn't give you much of a big difference if you're going from Galaxy S23 Ultra. From all these years, Apple made one of the heavier phones compared to the Samsung, but this time it's opposite. iPhone 15 Pro Max is much lighter than the Galaxy S23 Ultra at 221 grams compared to 234 grams on S23 Ultra. All thanks to a new titanium built on iPhone 15 Pro Max to make this happen. Even it is more durable and the sides are more brushed out, so it gives us a more matte finish instead of a glossy finish like last year. The cameras on iPhone 15 Pro Max is something which makes it interesting. Although in numbers, S23 Ultra is miles ahead compared to the iPhone, but this time we got a periscope lens on iPhone. It comes with a 12 megapixel 5x optical zoom, but you can choose multiple zoom length from the same sensor, and it can go up to 10x digital zoom. The main camera and the ultra wide are the same, but S23 Ultra has a 200 megapixel main shooter and it got two telephoto sensors, 10 megapixel 3x optical zoom and 10 megapixel 10x optical zoom, which means Apple is in between these two sensors. Now with the S23 Ultra you can zoom up to 100x, an additional feature which I am sure most of people don't even use. Although Samsung got an option for 8K 30 frames per second where Apple only go with the 4K, but the iPhone 15 Pro Max now able to record ProRes 4K 60 frames per second. But the size of the file will be huge just like the last year iPhone 14 Pro Max. So I would go with both devices. S23 Ultra is also a great camera phone. There is one useful feature on iPhone 15 Pro Max which I really like. Now you don't need to use a specific mode for a picture like a portrait or else. You can apply the same mode after you take the shot. It is possible because of a normal mode takes more detail out of a picture. This is where Apple remained silent and didn't even talk about it in an event. Yes, the battery life. No size mentioned and not even the battery numbers. Although as per Apple claims on website, it is same as last year, 29 hours just like the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Now if we compare S23 Ultra and 14 Pro Max, 14 Pro Max always wins. Same goes with the iPhone 15 Pro Max as it comes with the same battery numbers or slightly bigger as leaked before, which is 4422 mAh, but much smaller than the Galaxy S23 Ultra 5000 mAh battery. But we can see somewhere around 11 to 12 hours of screen on time on iPhone 15 Pro Max and about 10 hours on S23 Ultra. But the charging speed is what I hate about Apple. Why you stick with the older charging numbers? No change and not even mentioned in Apple event. Although we got a new USB Type-C port on iPhone 15 Pro Max with a 10 gigabit per second data transfer speed, still no update in charging speed, but we got a 45 watt fast charger in S23 Ultra and charges faster than the 14 Pro Max despite having a bigger battery. The performance numbers on iPhone 15 Pro Max is just amazing with the A17 Pro. Don't know why they go with the Pro name for the first time. It seems like next year iPhone 16 base version we're going to see a A17 chipset. But still, A17 Pro comes with the ray tracing and now the GPU performance on iPhone 15 Pro Max will be improved. Also, the processor is now based on 3 nanometer, so the power efficiency is also doing great. S23 Ultra is not slow by any means and you won't feel much difference until you game on iPhone 15 Pro Max or you do some rendering tasks. So for sure, performance, iPhone is much better. This is important, a price. Apple increases the price on iPhone 15 Pro Max and we have the new price, $1199, but with a twist. This time iPhone 15 Pro Max is here with the 256 GB version as a base model. So the price number is equal to the Galaxy S23 Ultra with the same storage option. Choose wisely. Do you really need these minor changes or you are going to wait? If you guys want to see the 5 most awaited features of iPhone 15 Pro Max, then you should watch this video, and I hope you guys are subscribed. I will see you next time. Till then, peace out.